All right, welcome to JCCR Racing, where we are taking on the daily race, the Nürburgring Ring, and this is how you survive Gran Turismo 7's Nürburgring Ring. Last night we actually got through. We have a pretty slow time. We're starting out in 10th, which isn't ideal. Normally you want to get a qualifying lap to start you in about 5th. That'll help a lot. Get the brake balance. I find 2 is just right, 2 or 3. Got a lot of last minute quick braking on this track. You don't always know what to expect. It is a hard track to memorize, and we are starting about 22 seconds slower than first place per lap. But safe, smart driving and a handful of racing tips and tricks will get you a decent positioning. Hey, Rodin 47, good evening. Thank you so much for making it in, friend. Alright, so, well, step 1, this steering wheel is really weird because I've got no torque to it. So, not at all what I'm used to. So we'll have to try to get this going after this turn as we get knocked off the track. There we go. Actual torque in the steering wheel, this will help. So if you can manage to just stay out of trouble, which sometimes starting at the back, well, you know, it rarely ever is a good thing to start at the back. You want to start up near 5th place, be quick enough to stay out of trouble, but here watching the radar is really going to pay off, or should pay off. But the green HE double hockey sticks is quite a violent track, lots of places to get knocked off. I'm not sure if he's flashing his lights to say sorry, or if he's taunting me, but not retaliating is key. Have actual sportsmanship. Drive it like you own the car. Oh my goodness, okay. Really, Wednesday is quite wild. John MX driving like that. Kind of making it that the Nürburgring is, I'd say, kind of broken. Last night we picked up a 5th position and a 6th position, despite starting around 8th place, and it went relatively well, just because we stayed out of trouble. We didn't retaliate, and it's a tight track, so generally you can use the whole track. You shouldn't have to defend, unless people are really driving the John style up ahead, where they just really don't care. They have no intention of using their brakes, and they just pile drive in and through you. Yeah, I hear you, Tom. It's a race that is intimidating on its own. Then you add a bunch of yahoos, and it can be absolutely devastating. Rough start, but I've got the community here. It is great having the JCCR Racing pit crew sharing their experiences, their tips, their tricks, and in this case, a bit of pain, their own painful experience, but kind of a painful start off when you've got racers driving the way they were with no penalty. So you gotta have penalties or put on realistic damage. Have it so that people can actually destroy their own car, and I'd be okay with having my car destroyed, knowing that the car behind me took himself out of the race permanently as well. Then increase the rewards dramatically, well, like they are now. Make it so you can win 100,000 or 200,000 from a race like this. But have it sort of be like a no insurance race where you have to pay for the damage. So if you cause an accident and you destroy your vehicle, you pay for the damage to your vehicle and the car you hit. That, I think, would really prevent what's going on here. What is wrong with people? My goodness. Some extremely fragile egos that I expect come Friday night, but not this early in the week. So hopefully someone's up for lobbies, because I don't know if I feel like putting myself through this, because clearly tonight isn't very survivable. And it's odd because this is the safest safety rating. We're racing in safety rating S, and this is probably the type of driving that could possibly be tolerated and exist in the worst safety rating. So that's another way that Gran Turismo has a long way to improve. They really got to put drivers like that out on their own, kind of like their own little special bus and their own little special classroom where they can't harm others. Put them in Gran Turismo 7 prison, gray bus, and the classroom of the prison system, because it does not encourage people who actually want to race to race. So sorry about that, folks. It looks like I'll be enjoying the back of the pack racing here. I'm trying to learn to not retaliate even when attacked. Not always easy being patient. But if you're in the live stream and you would like to do a lobby this fine evening, let me know. Maybe Tom, you're just on your I don't know, Tom, are you away and you're just with that shoe size TV? If so, I can definitely understand that racing on the shoe size TV might not be what you're up for. Alright, so we got Ronan. Whew. Not very fast. Trying not to use frustration and then drive too quickly, but oddly I'm frustrated and driving very slowly. Usually it's the opposite effect. So is this what patience feels like? Feels like starting a workout when your body's tired and really does not want to lift weights. Or whatever form of exercise. Oh, right, all right. Well, keep us updated, Tom. My wife fell asleep on the couch, so so we can say she's kind of unresponsive, but not in like the medical way. So I guess my takeaway from this that I can share is if you're going to take on the green HE double hockey sticks, take the Nissan Skyline because it has gotten filthy dirty. And I think people, it's come Wednesday and I think they've clued in that there's essentially very little penalties unless you really knock someone off the track, and even then. So I think the learning point is you need a car that can really battle it up. Yes, that's my wife. It's exactly where she usually falls asleep. We watch Big Bang Theory, and she falls asleep on the couch. Sort of a almost nightly ritual. There we go, a little bit of patience and perseverance, determination. We're up one. And oddly, my brain is just not clicking. I'm not remembering this track from just last night. So it looks like you got your answer there. Maybe she wasn't answering you, Tom, because she was too busy watching this live stream. Sorry, buddy. But then she heard our conversation and she's like, oh, darn, yeah, that's right. I better answer these texts. I kid. Highly unlikely. Alright, sixth gear through the straight. It can be very tempting to want to brake here when it flashes brake, but you just keep going and going. And then you do all your braking right in there, and it works out. Super Doofus, thanks for plugging in. Thanks for plugging in hitting the like button. Comical. Folks, I'm sorry. This was supposed to be, you know, top 6 position race performance, and it just turned into a slum song of me belly aching. But I really got to point out, safety rating, everyone's a safety rating S. Based on the driving I saw, this should absolutely be the lowest rate. Some people should have been in the lowest category, or in other words, if we were to do this alphabetically, yes, it would make sense, safety rating S, but A would be the safest, because that's about how far we were from appropriate, acceptable racing. Gray but bus and concrete classrooms for this group. Mr. Knight Rider Jim, howdy, good evening. Mr. Knight Rider Jim, I know Ronan's in. Are you good for a lobby, my friend? Let's just first see how this worked out. Turd Ferguson in first, and well-deserved. Great, fantastic. Tony Vendito, fantastic, well-deserved. And these letters and numbers. GTR, so we got a GTR, DBR9, Viper, nice shake-up, a 911, undeserved fourth. Probably X-Moto deserved it more because he actually raced clean, and then the rest was just the lower you go on the lower you go, the worse it got. All right. Boy, do I ever not want to do that again. And lobby it is until the weekly races are fixed. I guess I'll just have to put the work in. If you're in that type of situation, there is a solution. Put in the work outside of the lobbies. Just try to, you can always go to the world map. That's one option. Or if you do want to continue to do lobbies, first get a better time. If you can qualify top 3, top 4, your race is likely going to be much better than that. I hear you, Super Doofus. It'd be great if she would race with us as well. But if you're into the Minecraft, then Minecraft it up. Any couples game is a good game. And here we got a practice, qualifier, and race. I'm not sure who's running this, so we're going to create our own. Load settings. Oh, Ronan, you made a livery for the McLaren. I'm going to need to check that out before the end of this live. Thank you very much for remind me, please, after a few races when I'm starting to close up from the lobby. Number of laps, Red Bull Ring, let's do 4. And let's create this room, folks. Come on in, join in. To join in, pretty easy. Search under JCCR or add me as a PSN friend. It's bear_cuddles. So bear_cuddles for you. Capital B, capital C. Sorry, I made that name when I was playing Red Dead Redemption with one of my best friends, well, my best friend, and we're just having a lot of fun tying people up who are causing trouble and bringing them to really shallow little streams because it's just very frustrating for the other person. And I figured I'd take it a comical, kind of like a name like, oh, just got removed from your bad behavior by someone called Bear Cuddles. So it was just meant as a little side laughter thing. So let's see how the McLaren can do here. I've been getting used to it. And don't forget, folks, put on your soft tires. Yes, Red Dead and some definite Red Dead 2, yes, evil shenanigans is what we were up to, but we usually tried to find people that we kind of baited them, so we'd stand kind of in the middle of a field all on our own, and my buddy or I would be hiding out in the woods, and then when people would come to cause us trouble, well, you had the sniper hiding away in the woods that would take care of business. All right. Red Dead. That's enough Red Dead video game talk. Let's get down some racing. That's what we're here for. JCCR, Jay Rizzio, and Ronan. Thank you so much for making it in. And we got Hotshot Masta. We'll let the other two racers get in, and hopefully everyone gets a quick little lap in of practice. Get to play around, find out, remember what the right brake balance is for the race, or maybe you do a lap and you're like, wow, I really don't like whatever car you're driving for this track, and switch to your backup car. Yes, good evening, Nuvola. I gotta remember to rev this thing out like the 911. Get every little last ounce of speed out of it. Great under acceleration, very steady. Steady and sturdy. Here we go, one more racer. 8 is going to be perfect for this short race. Very much used to taking the 911 here, but the McLaren, surprising choice. Goes really well. Easy to catch the apex. Really good turn in. Ferrari's actually a fantastic car for this track, the 458. All right, let's get the race started. Ooh. Steering wheel didn't seem to like that. Oh, okay, we got quite a few waiting to get in, so I guess we'll give them a quick little moment. Night Rider Jim, I'm sorry, you're very fast. So I'm gonna put you down a little. Ronan, you're also extremely fast. I'll drop you a little. I'll put myself, end up probably being in about 4th, because I'm going to go see if we've got any low racers here. Hot Shot Masta. With that name, I'm going to be surprised if he's actually slow, so we'll put Jay Stradivarius up top. Get Mr. Walnut Wiggler up here. There we go. Now we're ready to race. Let's see how this goes. I'm sure this is going to be a lot cleaner than the race we just had. Well, it is called JCCR Racing Clean or Kick. I hope the message is pretty clear. Oh, Jay Rizzio pulling a 131.5. Fantastic lap time. Just want to get into the comment section so I can catch anything. Philness, welcome. Good evening, buddy. Great to have you in. Thank you for dropping in, for making it. And maybe you can make it for some lobby racing. 911 with its slow takeoff. But I think the racer actually wants to start at the bottom of the pack. Oh, nice skyline, Mr. JCCR Jay Rizzio. Wow. Top livery. That's one of the nicest liveries out there. Oh, and Jay Rizzio getting taken out by Jay Stradivarius. Stradivarius. Filmless GT, yeah, this is multiplayer. We're in lobbies. You must be asking about something else being multiplayer. You probably, sorry, that's probably a conversation between you and Tom. My mistake. So I'm slowing down and going slower to make sure I don't hit the car in front of me because I'm responsible. It's not for them to go faster. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption 2 is multiplayer online, so you can play with good friends, and it is entertaining. If you pull off too many shenanigans, you get put on the wanted list, and then other players are encouraged to go hunt you down for a bounty. If you're playing in a safety lobby, because it's nice, they've got lobbies that are friendly lobbies and lobbies that are not friendly lobbies. So you can either just go into a non-friendly lobby to cause trouble, or you can be in a friendly lobby and wait for someone to do something kind of nasty, and then it kind of opens the playfield. So that's why I would, my buddy or I would be the bait in the field, picking flowers, playing innocent, and just wait to see, or, you know, buy a fishing hole, fishing, and then wait to see if someone comes by, causes trouble, and if so, well then the other one would immediately correct the situation. And I'll be honest, sometimes we're just in a certain mood, kind of like retaliating when you race. Sometimes we're in a certain mood and we would just find players and not cause them harm, because nothing bad happens if you tie up a player. But if you tie them up and put them on the back of your horse and then have them visit a stream, well, the result is frustrating for them, but you don't have any negative, karma in the game, so you don't get a warrant put on you. So went through there slow, because the name of the game is racing, not crash and bash or bash and crash. So just got to be patient. Part of surviving races is not making enemies as you move up. So down to first for a rotation, then immediately back into second before getting back on the throttle. That way I avoid spin, slide, and just general trouble. All right, 1.5 laps to make it happen. Let's find the opening. What game did you play campaign for 2 hours? It'd be comical if it was Red Dead Redemption. It'd be quite the coincidence. All right, looking for the opening. I think here we can go through here pretty quick, so we got a good chance. There we go. Really had to slow down again. Oh well, last lap it will be then. Oh, very cool, Philness. What a odd coincidence. I didn't realize you were just playing Red Dead. I played Red Dead so much that I ended up having my own bar out in the woods and having all sorts of setup decorations and whatnot, a band that would play, and that requires a lot of gold in the game, and I didn't actually pay out of my pocket for the gold. I actually went through various objectives to unlock gold. Love getting hit on a straightaway as someone passes. Always enjoyable. Yeah, one game that I am more experienced than you. Maybe the only one. That, and I played a lot of Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Ronan coming up from the back. Good pass, Ronan. Little drag race finish here. Very nice. The single player campaign I actually never finished. It was Red Dead Redemption 2. Never finished a single player campaign for the story mode, but I had a lot of fun online actually. Well, there's a lot that you can do online, a lot of objectives. And often when I play campaign story games like that, I do all, as I progress the story, I try to do all the available missions. So it's sort of like a 200-hour plus endeavor for games like that. So, Philness, since you're the join-in, I'm going to let you pick. Let me know what race do you want to race. And I'll only veto once. Philness, I will absolutely wait for you. Let's see here. While I'm waiting for you to give an answer that you might not actually answer, what track you want to race? Oh, Deep Forest Reverse? Sure, no problem. Deep Forest Reverse. There we go. Oh. I've been told no in my own lobby. Okay. Deep Forest. Reverse. Yeah, Walnut Wiggler. That's kind of a comical name, isn't it? Special. And JCCI Ronan dropping a God bless and peace be with you. Absolutely, brother. Thank you. Absolutely. Right back at you. God bless and peace be with you as well. All right, folks. So pick your car. Make sure you've got the tires you want to have on the car. Hit that enter button. And while we wait for Philness to get in, let's enter the course. So I don't know if I really remember how to drive reverse on Deep Forest. Oh, it's good before you do any race, whether it's lobby, online, whatever it may be. If it's online against other humans, doing more than a lap is probably a good idea. But here we always try to get in about a lap. Alright, okay, my brain can figure this out. Through the tunnel, that means we've got a big, old, harsh turn coming up, which is, I think we go through in about first or second. Okay, first. Ooh, it's a little different. Ay caramba. Feels like a whole new track. All right, let's go see, make sure Phil's made it in, and we will start up the race here. All right, Philness is in. Fantastic. Good evening, and good evening to see all you fine folks and legends. Let's get this race started. I don't know what I'm doing, but that's a-okay. Thank you very much, Philness, for joining. Ronan, Rizio, thank you for... You guys always make it in. You guys are stellar. Legends. Let's go for 2. And let's get the pedal to the metal. Ooh, McLaren acceleration off the line is good. It's better than the 911, that's for sure. It's no 458 levels of insane speed. Oh! I avoided the crash. I'm happy about that. I avoided the crash. Oh my goodness. Okay, one car is definitely, from what we saw, hitting cars all over the place. Let's see if that was a one-time thing from Novella. I just looked for the opening to drive off the course so I wouldn't hit the car in front of me. But devastating results ensued just the same. Have to be safe and smart when passing certain drivers. So this part of this is like online racing, but then with some safe, smart friends. I am lost on this track. Woo! All right, I am not. I think I'm going to pick the next race. Well, it'll be good practice in case it becomes an online race. A little perseverance and patience are muscles, important brain muscles to develop. So now I'm where I should be, pretty much in last, where I can safely learn the track. The track and the McLaren on this track. I believe it's the first time I've taken the McLaren to this track. Okay, so the McLaren, for whatever reason, I am not getting any... very little trail braking. So let's try this with all the braking to the rear wheels. Always good practice taking on a track that we don't know, because if you don't know where the turns are going to be coming from, what speed to take them at, what gear to be in, it really forces the basic racecraft that's needed in Gran Turismo 7 or any sim racer. Okay, so first gear to go through here, follow the tire marks. There, you do not want to be adding throttle too early, because that's what took us into the wall last time. I believe I'm a little tired. I'm driving like I'm wasted, and really not the case. I don't drink anymore. But driving tired in the real world is very dangerous. It can be the equivalent of numerous beverages. Oh, good. Sorry, I crashed on the wall. I was reading that. Thank you for the feedback about New Vela. .128. Wow, solid time, Philness. Mr. Phil with a lightning fast lap. Final lap. Let's see if we can get into the low 130s. Late braking there, missed the apex. Always faster when you catch the apex, of course. Didn't get to finish. Well, we were just too slow. Fair enough. I'm the one that put that timer there. Auto-punish myself for being a way bit too slow there. A wee bit. Alright, let's definitely change the race here. I am not many laps away from getting the hang of that. And let's give the Death Chicken, or let's do Maguire. Let's get Maguire in here, full course. 3 laps, because it's a lengthy track. Ooh, Bathurst. I love practicing up Bathurst. I'm slow, but it is so much fun. This will be a little bit of practice for the upcoming race this weekend from the Sim League Pro. So check out simleaguepro.com. JCCR Racing, Philness, Super Doofus. Philness has made the Discord where you should check it out and catch up with all the conversations that happen behind the scenes over at the JCCR Racing Discord. But also do check out Sim League Pro. Sign up, start racing for points. Make some friends, enjoy time together. We race pretty much every Saturday. McLaren, I am really quite used to going through here with the 911 or the Ferrari 458. But the McLaren's proving to be fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Over on the green HELL, HE double hockey sticks. Sure, yeah, I'll put you at the back, no problem. So let's hit this up. Get Mr. Philness at the back. All right, 11 racers, not bad. Oh, Knight Rider Jim, it is too late for that. Sorry about that. If we do another race, I will look into getting that done. Always great having the JCCR racing crew here. I hope it cheers you up. It definitely cheers me up after a bad race like we had over at the Green HE double hockey sticks. Racing with friends, it definitely cheers me up. Oh, nice, Ronan, in the McLaren. Fantastic. Oh. Little shakier when I've been driving the McLaren for a couple nights now. Getting back from the 911 is a different ball game altogether. Oh, but I do enjoy the 911's looks and how well it sticks when powering out of a turn. Let me know in the comment section what your favorite car overall, because some cars are, you know, not so great one race, fantastic another race, but overall, what's your favorite car to drive? What car would you assess the most points to? And yes, looks can play a small part in that. Beetle could be the, you know, easiest car to drive on every single track and the fastest car to on every single track, and I still would not put it on the list of my favorite car to drive. And if you want to enjoy some real-world cars over at Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, I do long-term reviews on our personal Porsche 911, Mustang Shelby GT350, that's the 2017 model with the Voodoo engine, a 2025 Ford F-150, and a 1991 Toyota MR2 that has had just about everything replaced on it, many things broken on it. So not just replacing things for the fun, sometimes replacing it because it broke, such as the motor. It's on its fourth motor. All right, we got a 911 behind us, so he understands my over rotation of the vehicle there. Oh no! We've been hit. We survived though. Wasn't too hard of a hit. Alright, so full throttle through that section, still full throttle. And the only time we're going to be braking is at the 50 sign, the 50 marker on the left side of the track here. Should be getting back our Porsche 911 this week. It's running a little late at the mechanics. Should have gotten it back a little while ago. It's been gone for well over a month now. Alright, starting to gain a little bit on the 6th position racer, who has a far too long and distracting name. And we've got Philness behind us, right on, going into the last lap. Oh, and I cooked it. I buckled underneath the pressure, but the car is saved. Come back safely back onto the track. I'm going to have to come back and try this race out with either the McLaren or the Ferrari. to really compare. Always a good time to test out what car is right and suits you. By take a track that you know and like, and just try different cars on it and figure out what's the right fit for you. Same thing in the real world. Go out and test drive cars before you buy them. Price is needs to not be the only factor you look at. Because this is how I see it. If you shop just on price, you might buy a car that you really don't like, and you're gonna find out a week or two after owning it, or after, either way, when you've driven away from the dealer with the new vehicle, and it's just too late. So test drive the cars even before getting a price. It's good to know what's, kind of in your workable category of vehicle. But once you know that, whether you're going to be buying 40, 50, 60,000 or, 200,000, if you know your price range, it belongs in the $60,000 price range of cars, well, go test all those vehicles that are between 50 and 60 to compare. But don't ask for a monthly payment or what rebates are. Test drive it, and then if you like it, get the price. Because you don't want to be tempted by a price, and if you get the pricing first, this is what's going to happen. Your brain's going to tell you, if it likes the price, I like this price, I want this car. You go out and you test drive it. Your brain's not going to let you pick up on the subtleties, all the little things that you're not that fond of, which in the long term are likely going to be real irritances. So test drive the vehicle. And the reverse is true as well. You might get a price and say, oh, no, this is too much. This is more than I want to spend. So the whole road test, your brain's just going to be trying to affirm that statement, that it's not the right car for you and that you don't like it. So before you get the monthly payment, before you find out what the interest rate and rebates are, I do suggest you test drive the vehicle so you create an unbiased impression. Then write it down. If you're going to be shopping multiple vehicles, then go test drive it. All right, so let's go and try this out. Change car. Let's see how we're going to do back in the McLaren. I know the Ferrari is going to be very enjoyable, but how's the McLaren feel here? Hey, J Stradivarius, thank you very much. Right on. Love the positivity, folks. Remember, positivity and kindness is free in the world, so you have got to be pretty darn cheap to not share it. So share some kindness, and if you could share some kindness to the channel, ask just one thing, please hit that like button. It's all I ask. All right, let's get down to business. Possibly either the last or second last race of the night. I am fading hard. All right, get your brake balance up and ready before the race starts. No, Philness! Sorry, Philness. Thank you for saying good game just the same. I'm surprised. Normally, if I try to start the race and someone hasn't hit the green button, it says you can't. I thought it would say you can't do this because there's still some people initializing. And I don't think I can do a master quit without closing the whole entire lobby. And then we'll be waiting for people to join back in, so I think it's just going to be faster to pound out the 3 laps. Jay Rizzio, that livery is looking oh so fine. I need to carry more speed through there. Following a top legendary driver like Jay Rizzio lets us know exactly what we need to do for success and judge our speed. Oh my goodness. LPL, that looked pretty darn deliberate. He delivered that in a hurry. This is, oh, I'm sorry, Philness. This is, I'll have to, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to watch that right side chart and make sure everyone has loaded in. My mind isn't as efficient when I'm tired. Oh my goodness. Just barely avoided that accident. That took a lot of effort to avoid that crash. Good job, Rally, repassing cleanly. I can use my ears to know that I've got a car right on my passenger door. I also sometimes forget that when it's live, what you're getting is about 30 seconds behind what's actually going on. So sometimes I figure, oh, well, I'm saying here, let's pick out our cars. I'm picking out the car is selected. I'm going to start the race. And I think people will hear that at the same time I say it. But in reality, it's 30 there's about a 30-second delay. This is a fantastic race. Great place to learn the trail brake. Great place to learn the importance of getting back on the throttle very early. Nice wide track, so you can definitely avoid accidents. There's still some that, you know, don't want to avoid accidents. That's one thing. But if you want to avoid them, it is very doable. All right, last lap. Ooh, 3 seconds slower than my 911 lap. So let's see if we can improve on that. The 911 lap certainly did not feel fast, but it was 3.5, so roughly 3 seconds faster. Oh, Jay Rizzio, thank you. Laid off, as you saw, I was using up too much turn, I guess. But you laid off for both our safety. Thank you very much. I didn't see the before, I saw the after. Oh yeah, great, awesome, solid passing. Super clean, Jay Rizzio. Nice, maybe, who knows, maybe a little back and forth. Ha ha ha, Super Doofus. Really good plug there, well said. All right, last race of the night. I'm going to throw on the Ferrari 458. Hopefully get Phil back in. Again, I'm sorry, friend. Sorry for kicking you out of the race. I certainly did not intend for that to happen. Ronan, did I do you the dirty? If so, I can boot myself out. But if someone else did you the dirty, let me know and they can be removed. Alright, Ferrari time. Come on, brain. Work for me here. There we go. My goodness. Alright, now... Oh, the race before. Philness! Yes, Philness is in. Fantastic. Thank you for making it back. So we're just missing me. Philness, you are the club, my friend. You're the general manager of at the club. Alright, so we got 11 racers. Everyone's signed on. Let's get this race started. Ferrari time. So a 2-minute with the 911. A 2-3 with the McLaren. Yes, folks, check out Philness GT's channel and give him a like and subscribe. And I asked, and Super Doofus Tom as well, YouTube's best moderator. JCCR Racing has 2 incredible general managers in Philness GT and Super Doofus Tom. Let's try a 2 on the Ferrari here. Oh, slow off the pedal, but the 911 is insanely fast. Oh, sorry, friend. Okay, so not as solid on the curbs as the 911 or the McLaren. The McLaren very, very solid on the curbs for a mid-engine. Good learner's mid-engine car. If you want to learn mid-engines, start off with the McLaren. Great all-arounder. Really good for not crashing. Ooh, very nice, Ronan. Solid clean pass with those USA flag colors. Loving it. Got Happy Tappy there. Whoa! My goodness, someone's parked on the track. We just clipped them. I'll slow a car down. Alright, so will I settle in and be Team Ferrari, Team Porsche, or Team McLaren when it comes to the mid-engines? Of course, when I want to tank, the GTR is the car. That sounds nice. The GTR is the car. when you want a tank. Carefully get back on the track here, watch the radar. So we won't find out what kind of lap we have for lap 2, but let's see what lap 3 will produce. Turning is great. Just don't want to catch any elevated or really any curbs with this. At least not the elevated ones. You can handle some flat candies like we have here. Alright, time to find out what we got in the Ferrari here. Will we be Team Ferrari? Pedal to the metal, we'll avoid LPL with a 3-second penalty. That might very well be a booting off track penalty. I really want to find out what kind of lap we can get. Is the added acceleration worth the extra looseness? This is the loosest of the most loose of the 3 cars we've been testing here. Fantastic turn-in, incredible top-notch, best in class acceleration. Push it to the limit. Catch the apex, use the whole track since we don't have anyone following us too closely. Put our faith and same time as the 911, so slowest in the McLaren. 911 was a little more stable here, and the Ferrari put in the best possible lap, least for myself, least amount of mistakes there, and I think if we did that exact lap in the 911, we could have gotten it. Caught a hot dog. Some make it their life's purpose, Ronan, to catch a hot dog. All about having that immediate fun and immediate reward instead of the rewards later on. Eating a good steak. That's the long-term review. Reward. All right. Junk food is that quick, sugary high, and it's horrible for your health, but if you put aside the sugar, you don't touch any of those little candies, save your money for a good steak, that'll give you good health. All right, folks, I am burnt. I am spent. That is it. It's all I got, but I've enjoyed running lobbies with you all, folks. You're legends. Thank you so much for making it in. Have a great evening. God bless everyone. Godspeed, everyone. I wish you all more cars and more power. Hope you get to put the pedal to the metal in a car that you love sometime real soon. If you want to see that in the real world, we've got Johnny's Car Care and Reviews, the brother channel to this channel. But this is still my favorite way to race. And Ronan saying, oh, I saw you, Phil. Yeah, I was right behind when Phil went off early on. I saw that. Good game, Racing Legends. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. And hopefully I'm not too burnt out from tonight's green HE double hockey stick race. And that we'll catch it tomorrow night starting at 9:30 as per always. Enjoy, everyone. Peace out. Cheers. I salute you. Fine, gentlemen. Take care. And ladies, for those that are watching,